Hello, Pokemon trainers! I hope you are all having a wonderful day, and I have some exciting news to share with you all. So, we do have the College Gamers Game Awards coming up this December, and that is the feature event of this year. However, as we typically have a summer event, we are going to go in a completely new direction for this, something we've never done before, which is a Pokémon Abridged episode. Steven and I have been talking about this for a little bit. We had talked about it last year, doing potentially something in the summer for that, and it was tossed around, and I think now is the perfect time to bring that back up and start development on this. So I'm super excited for everyone involved to be a part of this and for everyone to get to watch what we end up making here. So I'm sure you guys have questions about what this is and what it's going to entail, so I'm going to try to answer some of those really quickly here. But yeah, I hope you guys are all excited for the upcoming event this summer, the Pokemon Abridged episode. So question one that may have come up is, what episodes are we covering here? What are we doing? What does this mean? You say Pokemon Abridged. So we're planning on covering a condensed version of episodes 1 through 5 from the Pokemon Indigo League. So we're taking it and we're writing a script for it, and we're condensing that into a 10 to 20 minute episode. It kind of depends on how much we want to cram in there and how much work we're willing to put in on the editing side of things. But I'd say maybe 10 to 15 is probably a better estimation of the actual content in the episode. So that's, that out of the way. Some people might be asking, voice roles, how is that situation going to work out? And I'm sure a number of you have recently gotten contacted by me asking if you would be interested in performing in this abridged episode. I will be putting out a form that will have the available roles, as we do already have some roles that have been assigned to some people. But I'll have the available roles listed out and their assumed complexity. So we have a couple different spots like high, medium, low. I think tiny is one of them as well, where how many lines you should expect to have to do for that role. And so you guys can fill out that form. Let me know what you're interested in role wise, or just if you're not interested in something specific, how much work you're willing to put into this thing. Obviously everyone has a different schedule, so I don't want to force anyone to do something that they're not able to do. But once we get all of those in, then we will start reaching out to people, talking about what role that they will be assigned to. Obviously, not everyone can have the roles they're going to want to have. That is unfortunately just kind of the situation where if multiple people want to play a specific Pokemon, I have to choose one person. So for the role selection part, I suppose put down the ones you are most inclined to play, and then we will reach back out once we have everyone's answers in, and then we will kind of, I'll discuss with people whether they're comfortable playing the role or not, and we can go from there. And the final point here is, when is this going to be coming out? So development is going to start on this event starting in May, and that's when we're going to have all the people at that point. Assumedly, all the roles will be chosen for who's going to be playing what, and we already have a base overview of this script. So once we get the actual script out, which I'm hoping to be done by June, then we're going to push that script to you guys, and that is when the development on the voice acting side of things is going to start. We may or may not have an actual video to voice to. I'm hoping that's the case, but for some characters, for the sake of time, I might need to send a rough draft of something. But hopefully the idea is that you guys will have a video per the lines you're going to have, just a spliced version of it. That's just the part you're going to do, and you can voice over that. You can send it back over my way. And so for the long-winded answer, when is this coming out? The estimate is July right now. So this is shooting for a July release. And then kind of tying into this, the last question, are my lines going to be provided for me? Yes, Yes, we will be writing all the lines, and we will be providing you with what you are supposed to say. So the only thing people who are involved in the actual development have to worry about, voice acting wise, is just giving us your wonderful voices. So that's it. That's my announcement for the Pokemon Abridged episode. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. I'm really looking forward to making this thing, and I appreciate everyone who so far has said that they will contribute to this event. It means a lot to me and to the rest of the development team here that people are willing and able to actually do this. You know, obviously I could just do every voice, but that's not what I want. I want people to be involved in this, and I want people to, you know, get excited for this just as excited as I am. And also, I don't even know if I could do every voice. I think I might go crazy listening to myself that much. So really, really appreciate it, and I hope you guys are ready for a fantastic Pokemon Abridged episode. See you soon.